Hi everyone, this is just a quick walkthrough of what to expect when you first log in to FourWaves for our Fall Medical Student Scholarship Showcase on Thursday. This is our first time with the virtual showcase and our first time using FourWaves, so bear with us. I promise it's pretty straightforward. Here's the highlights. The key thing to know is that the bulk of the conference actually happens via Zoom links, which you will find listed on FourWaves. And then the 2:30 to 3 p.m. sessions actually happen within the FourWaves platform. So if you have time, Thursday afternoon, a little bit before 1 o'clock, go ahead to the FourWaves website and log on with the email and password that you created when you registered for the event. You don't actually have to be registered for the first couple of sessions since they're just on Zoom, but it's going to streamline your access to the whole event and to the final component from 2:30 to 3 p.m. Now be aware that there's a new tab called presentations. If you want to check it out in the next couple of days, you can. It just allows you to see all the posters and PowerPoints that will be presented, especially if maybe there's some you want to see that you won't have a chance to see on Thursday. You do not have to go to this page at any point. This is just bonus FYI because it's a new page since you registered. So the posters you can see clearly. It's easy to upvote ones you like or leave comments or contact the student presenter, especially if you might want to work with them or ask more about their research. And just be aware that the oral presentations show up as attached slides. This may also be helpful to students who are doing oral presentations when it's your turn to present and the host asks you to share screen and pull up your slides. If you have any trouble on your end with your computer, you can actually click on the presentations page, scroll down through your abstract and click here to access your slides just as a backup option. And everyone who happens to be reviewing these before the event, you're welcome to bookmark, leave comments here, or contact the student presenter. But that's just an extra option. You do not have to access the presentation page at any time. The page we are going to be accessing is the one called Schedule right here. Now it's going to look slightly different on the 13th because I moved a couple of sessions as if they were happening today so I can show you what it's really going to look like. But this is mostly what you'll see on Thursday. The one at the top is the tech support room. That's just a Zoom link with a representative from FourWaves and one of our students. You've also got our email address there. If you're stuck on anything, you can click into that Zoom room and get some help from an expert. For most of you, I expect that you will log into FourWaves a little bit before 1 o'clock and you will click here on the introductory session link. It's actually going to have a blue button when it goes live that says join now. And by clicking on that, it's just going to take you into a Zoom room. If you hang out in there between 1 and 1:30, we will tell you everything else you need to know about the event. And actually our student presenters, moderators, and facilitators will leave about 1:20 to start heading to their concurrent presentation rooms and making sure they're ready for their audience. Once everyone finishes by 1:30 in the introductory session, I'll say go to your Zoom rooms and you will head back over to this page. So you can just keep it open on your computer. It's the FourWaves site, the schedule page, and you'll see that these are 6 parallel sessions. They will, again, each just have a Zoom link. So all you're really doing is going from an introductory Zoom session, closing out Zoom, and clicking on a different link to go into the Zoom room that you would like to watch or participate in a presentation. And if those of you who are just audience members aren't sure where you want to go, you can actually click now and see who's going to be presenting what in each room. So you'll either go to the case reports, the clinical room, etc. You'll click on the blue link and access that room. If you're not presenting, you're welcome to leave that room and come back to a different one. But there are 6 happening all at the same time with 5 presentations each. Notice a couple of them have passwords. So if it asks for a password, again, just have that FourWaves site pulled up on the schedule page. Essentially, the bulk of the conference is that 30-minute introductory session where you just go to the schedule page and click on join now, and it'll take you to a Zoom link. And these 6 concurrent presentation sessions where you just click on the link for the session that you are contributing towards or that you would like to view. So what I'm going to focus on now is that final 30 minutes, which happens within the FourWaves platform. So that's where it comes in handy if you're already signed into FourWaves. So again, I've actually moved these to today, Tuesday the 11th, so you can see what they will look like live. But on the day of the event, they'll actually be here at the bottom. They'll be right at the end of the list of 1:30 to 2:30 concurrent events because they start at 2:30. So what you see here is a networking hall and a poster hall. The networking hall functions kind of like posters, except they are organized by faculty who are going to be there to share insight into their research area. So I really hope our M1s and M2s and other students who are looking for connections or wanting to share their own advice might hop in some of these rooms. You can see here who the speakers are. I'm going to click on mine. These are essentially just informal conversation opportunities. It's okay to step in at any point or out during these 30 minutes. When it's live, there will be a blue button here at the bottom that says join conversation. And then you will have to check your audio and hop in, but it'll basically work just like a Zoom breakout room where you can talk to the person who is there to be the expert in their area. These are friendly faculty who have volunteered to share their expertise, share their connections. There's going to be students in there asking questions. So if you don't feel like asking questions, you don't have to. Or if you want to follow up later via email, you can. But please take this opportunity to make those connections. We can't record that feature because it's fully within the FourWaves platform. It's not something that's recordable. So use that 30 minutes to check out any of these rooms, and or you can also use that 30 minutes to come to the poster hall. And these are the sessions that the abstracts that were presented, sorry, they were submitted, but they were not selected to be presented as oral presentations. So we have 10 or 11 of these. You can click on one. You can then hit join conversation and the students will be there by their posters virtually. You can ask them questions, leave feedback. M1s and M2s ask about their mentors, ask about their experiences. You're welcome to use this as a networking or a learning opportunity. And student presenters just hang out by your poster, or you can actually move over and click on a different poster and chat with a friend if you would like, but just have your email open because you will get a notification if someone enters your room, or you'll get a notification within FourWaves. It'll pop up and say, hey, someone has entered your room, and then you can click accept and it'll take you back to your poster. That's how we'll use our time from 2:30 to 3 p.m. One other thing to be aware of is there's going to be a feedback form that you're welcome to share. It looks like this. It's going to be dropped in the chat periodically during the oral presentations. So for instance, this is the medical education room. You can click a name and give hopefully kind-hearted but anonymous feedback to help these students continue to improve their presentations. That's all there is. We welcome all of your feedback and I really appreciate your involvement in the event this year.